Hi there, Eric Backer, naturopath from New Zealand. I've got an interesting question here from a subscriber. Is red yeast rice extract okay to lower cholesterol on Candida diet? Well, why would you want to lower cholesterol? I'm not sure if I've done any videos on cholesterol management, but this whole cholesterol management, lower management thing is a huge myth for most people who've got no really idea or understanding of cholesterol and its effects on the body. We're told that LDL, or the bad cholesterol, damages our health, and we're told that the high density lipoprotein, or the HDL, is actually beneficial for health. But they're only giving you a very tiny little piece of the information. Heart disease occurs by way of inflammation, and inflammatory mechanisms go far beyond just HDL LDL ratios. So red yeast rice extract is basically a kind of a fungus. It's a yeast called monascus, and this basically is grown on rice. It's quite popular, and it's been used, I think, since like 200-300 before Christ they discovered this. So it's actually a type of a statin drug. So back in the 70s, the Americans, I think Lovastatin came from a fungus called aspergillus. So aspergillus is a particular type of fungus that can also affect our bodies really bad if it grows in the lungs. But they isolated this particular drug, which they call now a drug, a statin drug, called Lovastatin back in the 70s. And what they found out that Lovastatin is very similar to the monostatin, or the one from the monascus yeast. Did you get all that? I hope you did. So yeah, yeast, fungus can actually be quite beneficial for the body too, because as you can see, fungus have different effects on the body. And in this case, the monascus can block the effects of HMG co-reductase, which is an enzyme which helps to produce the LDL. But you don't really need to lower LDL. It's a pretty dumb thing to do. You need to get your bowel functioning better. So by improving the bowel motions, you're going to have a much better ability for the body to bind to cholesterol in the gut and excrete it. You don't need to lower it through taking drugs. It's a stupid thing to do. So there are many different videos you can watch now on the internet about the cholesterol myth, or what we call the big fat lie. Because it's a load of crap that you need to lower cholesterol in order to prolong life. You need to keep cholesterol balanced and in good amounts when you get older, because cholesterol is a formation for 4 major hormonal pathways in the body, including production of testosterone, progesterone, estrogen, cortisol, aldosterone. All these hormones rely on a good supply of cholesterol. So if you're going to mess around with cholesterol, you could also potentially mess around with hormones, right? There's a book written called The Thief of Memory, written by a lady whose husband was an astronaut, whose brain basically went cuckoo on him after taking these statin drugs. Statin drugs make billions of dollars a year for companies, and this big fat lie one day will come out. Hopefully this video is up long enough for people to say, see, that guy was right. These drugs are a joke. So if you worry about heart disease, keep your blood pressure down, your weight down, and keep your bowel functioning working. So one of my teachers used to say people need to keep their mouths shut and their bowels open, because that's going to prolong their lives. Hope you got something out of this video. Thanks for tuning in.